Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This is the second video lecture on the plane trigonometry. So in the last class we have studied how to find the sum of the some trigonometric series by using the SIS method. Okay, so here we consider one more example on that. So here given that sum the series cos alpha plus cos 2 alpha cos 3 alpha plus so on up to cos n alpha. Okay, the method will be same for almost all same for the all examples. Okay, so according to the given series we have to write sine series or cos series. Here cos series is given, therefore we have to write the sine series and we denote it by s. Okay, firstly let us denote this series by c, that is c equals to cos alpha, because this is a cosine series, therefore we denote it by c, cos alpha, cos 2 alpha, cos 3 alpha and so on up to cos n alpha. Okay, now according to this series we write another series, that is s series, which is equals to sin alpha, sin 2 alpha, sin 3 alpha and so on up to sin n alpha. Okay, so we have written both the series, that is sine series and cosine series. Now we have to use the SIS method, that is we consider SIS c plus I, which is equals to c means all the cosine series terms and s means all the sine series term and I is the imaginary number. Okay, now this can be written as we directly sum the same angles terms, that is cos function and sine function. Okay, first we have to multiply this I with sine series. Okay, on multiplying this one we get I sin alpha, I sin 2 alpha, I sin 3 alpha and up to I sin n alpha. Okay, and next what we have to do means we add this sin I sin series with the cos series. On adding we group so the similar angle terms one side. Okay, that is on grouping all the same angles function one side, that is we get cos alpha plus I sin alpha. Okay, this is first one. Now we add these two plus cos 2 alpha plus on multiplying with I we get I sin 2 alpha plus cos 3 alpha plus I sin 3 alpha and so on up to n, that is, or simply we can write just n alpha. Okay, we will write up to n terms. Now after this step what we have to do means we have to express this polar form into Euler's form, that is we have to express these terms into exponential form, that is e raised to I theta form. Okay, so here on expressing Euler's form we get e raised to I, in the place of theta we have alpha, therefore I will write e raised to I alpha, e raised to I 2 alpha plus e raised to I 3 alpha and so on up to I will write n terms. So instead of writing cos n alpha I will write up to n terms. Now so you can observe this one, that this is a geometric series. Okay, so therefore we use the sum of the n terms of geometric series, that is we know that sum of GP to n terms is equals to a into r raised to n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. So we have this formula. So here A means first term and R is the common ratio. So you can see here e raised to I alpha is the first term and the common ratio is, on adding this e raised to I alpha with e raised to I alpha will get e raised to I2 alpha, and on multiplying, again on multiplying e raised to I alpha we get e raised to I3 alpha. Therefore here A, that is first term, is e raised to I alpha, and even common ratio is also e raised to I alpha. Okay, so if you are not getting, means you divide third term with the second term. On dividing e raised to I3 alpha divided by e raised to 2 alpha, we get e raised to I alpha. So that will be the common ratio. Okay, for common ratio you can do one thing, R is equals to third term divided by second term, or you can write R equals to second term divided by first term. Okay, so we'll get the R value. Now by using this formula, okay, we can write this given series as e raised to I alpha, means first term, using this formula, A into means A value is e raised to I alpha into R raised to n, means again it is e raised to I alpha power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1, means e raised to I alpha minus 1. Now e raised to I alpha as it is. So as I said in the last class, here first we have to multiply this n with these terms, that is e raised to I n alpha. Okay, so next what we have to do means we have to take e power half of this term. Okay, so on multiplying, so here e raised to I n alpha is there. Okay, so after multiplying we get e raised to I n alpha. Okay, here we have to take half of this one. Okay, so that is e power I n alpha divided by 2 as a common. Okay, we have to take e power I n alpha divided by 2 as a common, that is e raised to I n alpha divided by 2 as a common. So in the last class we had 2na, therefore there we have taken na as a common, but here we have e raised to n alpha here, so half of this one is e raised to I n alpha divided by 2 as a common. Okay, therefore this can be simplified as e power I alpha into e raised to I n alpha divided by 2 is taken common, we get e raised to I n alpha divided by 2 minus. Okay, so in the last class only I explained that if I take e raised to I n alpha divided by 2 common, here we get e raised to I n alpha divided by 2, and here we get e raised to minus I n alpha divided by 2. Okay, so that is we get 1 divided by 2 e raised to I n alpha, but on taking numerator we get minus of this one. Okay, therefore we write this one, and in the denominator also we take e raised to I alpha divided by 2 common, we get e power I alpha divided by 2 minus e raised to minus I alpha divided by 2. Okay, so now this can be simplified as, we keep e raised to I alpha as it is, this e raised to I n alpha divided by 2 as it is, we take e raised to I alpha divided by 2 to the numerator, it becomes e power minus I alpha divided by 2, the power becomes minus. Now here we use the formula, that is e raised to I theta minus e raised to minus I theta is equals to 2I sin theta. Okay, we use this formula. So on using this formula, here we get e raised to I theta means e raised to I n alpha divided by 2. So therefore we can write sin 2I sin n alpha divided by 2 divided by 2I sin alpha divided by 2. So 2I get cancels, and here bases are same. On adding powers we get e power I alpha taken common 1 plus here n by 2 minus, we get minus 1 by 2. So this one we get sin n alpha divided by 2 divided by sin alpha divided by 2, or this can be written as, so we keep this sin n alpha divided by 2 divided by sin alpha divided by 2 as it is. This becomes e power, so n by 2 plus 1 by 2, that is e power I alpha n plus 1 divided by 2. So further simplifying, we get this equals to sin n alpha divided by 2 whole divided by sin alpha divided by 2. On expressing this one, e raised to alpha plus n plus 1 divided by 2 in terms of cos plus I sin theta, we get cos of n plus 1 divided by 2 alpha plus I sin n plus 1 divided by 2 alpha. Now, so given series is cosine series, therefore on equating real parts on the both side, we get c equals to this one. This term is common for both the cos and sin, that is for both real and imaginary part. So therefore we write sin n alpha divided by 2 whole divided by sin alpha divided by 2 into cos of n plus 1 divided by 2 alpha. Okay, so if the given series is cosine series, we get this answer. Otherwise, if the question is like this, sin alpha, sin 2 alpha plus sin 3 alpha and so on up to n terms, then we get the answer s equals to sin n alpha divided by 2 whole divided by sin alpha divided by 2 into sin n plus 1 divided by 2 alpha, because there we have to equate the imaginary part, because sin terms all are the imaginary part. Therefore on equating imaginary part, we get answer of this one. Okay, all the procedure will be same only. So in the starting we have to take this series as a S, and we according to this one we have to consider C series. Okay, that is cosine series, and again we consider cis form, that is cis method. By using cis method we evaluate, but at the last we equate the imaginary part to get the answer. Okay, so next we solve another example. Sum the series cos square alpha plus cos square 2 alpha plus cos square 3 alpha plus up to n terms. Solution, let Sn equals to, so see here given that all the series cosine series in terms of power. Okay, so therefore we know that only summing the cos series, cos 2 alpha and so on, but here power is given, therefore first we have to remove this power by using some formula. Okay, so here let Sn is equals to, I will consider this one as a Sn, given series as a Sn. Okay, don't consider C because power is there, we have to remove first we have to remove the power. Okay, Sn. Now we have one formula, that is, so we have the formula cos square theta is equals to 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So whatever the angle, here we have double of this one. If we have cos square 2 theta means here the angle will be doubled, that is 2 is there, we write 4 theta plus divided by 2. So if we have cos square 4 theta, then we get 1 plus cos of 8 theta divided by 2, or if we have cos square 3 theta, then here 1 plus cos of double of 3 is 6 theta divided by 2. By using this formula, we express all the powers in terms of cos as cos square alpha can be written as 1 plus cos 2 alpha divided by 2 plus again cos square 2 alpha. For this one we write 1 plus cos of 2 is the double of this one is 4 alpha divided by 2 plus cos square 3 alpha, we get 1 plus cos of 6 alpha divided by 2 plus up to n terms. Okay, now we have removed all the powers. Here you can see here there is no powers. Okay, now 1 by 2 is common to the all terms, therefore we take 1 by 2 common, and we have many ones, as many up to n terms. Okay, therefore we separate all the ones one side, 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many ones we have? Up to n terms. Therefore, we have written 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to n terms. We grouped all the ones one side. Next, again we group cos terms one side, that is plus cos 2 alpha, cos 4 alpha, cos 6 alpha up to n terms. Okay. Now, this can be, this becomes 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to n terms, it becomes obviously n plus cos 2 alpha, cos 4 alpha, cos 6 alpha we keep as it is. Okay. Or it can be written as Sn equals to 1 by 2 n plus. So now we denote this 1 by c. Okay. Therefore it becomes n divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 2 c. Now, where c is equals to cos 2 alpha, cos 4 alpha, cos 6 alpha and so on. Now we calculate or we sum this series and finally we substitute into this equation. Okay, we consider this as a equation 1. Okay, so we have the cos series, this one cos 2 alpha. Okay, according to this one we write sine series, that is let s equals to sine 2 alpha, sine 4 alpha, sine 6 alpha up to n terms. Again we use this method only. By considering this method we get cos 2 alpha plus I sin 2 alpha one side, cos 4 alpha plus I sin 4 alpha one side and up to n terms. Again on expressing in terms of polar form, exponential form, we get e raised to I 2 alpha, because here angle is 2 alpha, therefore we get e raised to 2 alpha plus e raised to 4 alpha plus e raised to 6 alpha plus up to n terms. Okay. Now again by using sum of the GP formula, that is again using sum of the GP, a into r raised to n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Here a value, that is first term is e raised to I 2 alpha and common ratio is also e raised to 2 alpha. So I have already explained that how to find the common ratio means. So for that first we have to take third term divided by second term. The third term is e raised to I 6 alpha divided by e raised to I 4 alpha. So on simplifying, e raised to 6 alpha minus, so on taking to the numerator it becomes, power becomes minus. On adding powers we get I 4 alpha, we get e raised to I 2 alpha. Therefore r value is also e raised to I 2 alpha. Therefore r is equals to e raised to 2 alpha. Okay. Now further simplifying we get e raised to I 2 alpha as it is. E raised to I 2 alpha, r value is equals to e raised to I 2 alpha power n minus 1 divided by e raised to 2 alpha minus 1, r minus 1. Now e raised to 2 alpha as it is. Now on multiplying this one we get e raised to I 2 alpha into n. Okay. On taking half of this one is e raised to I n alpha. Okay. Therefore we take e raised to I n alpha as the common. We get e raised to I n alpha minus. So you will get directly, you write. So whatever this one, opposite of that one. That is, here we have e raised to I n alpha minus e raised to minus of I n alpha. Okay. So same in the denominator also, e raised to I alpha taking common, we get e raised to I alpha minus e raised to minus of I alpha. Whatever this angle, will get opposite of that one. Okay. So therefore again using e raised to I theta minus e raised to minus I theta formula, we get 2I sin theta, that is we get e raised to I 2 alpha as it is, e raised to I n alpha as it is. So on taking this one to the numerator we get minus of I alpha. By using this formula we get 2I sin, so angle is n alpha, therefore we write n alpha. Again denominator also 2I, but the angle is alpha, therefore we write sin alpha. Okay. So which is equals to e raised to I alpha. Now I alpha common, so we get here 2 remains n minus 1. Okay. Now sin n alpha divided by sin alpha as it is. or further simplifying this one, we get e raised to alpha into n plus 1. 2 minus 1 is equals to plus 1, therefore we get n plus 1 sin n alpha divided by sin alpha. Now, so here we have this. Next, sin n alpha divided by sin alpha as it is e power. On expressing this one in terms of cos and sin, we get cos of n plus 1 alpha plus I sin of n plus 1 alpha. Now equating real part on both sides. Why real part? Because we have cos series, that is c. We need c value. Therefore c equals to sin n alpha divided by sin alpha cos of n plus 1 alpha. Okay, this term is common to the all terms. Now equation 1 implies. So equation 1 is that, so we have Sn is equals to 1 by 2 n by 2 plus 1 by 2 c. On substituting c value into this equation 1, we get Sn is equals to n by 2 plus 1 by 2 as it is. C value is sin n alpha divided by sin alpha into cos of n plus 1 alpha. So this will be your final answer. Okay, so by using this method you can solve any problem. Okay, only little bit changes will be there. So by using, so similarly you can solve this problem. Next problem, that is sum the series. So we have solved cosine series. Here you solve this sine series, that is sum the series. Sin square alpha plus sin square 2 alpha plus sin square 3 alpha and so on up to n terms. So here the only difference is in the equation 1 you will get n plus 2 n by 2 plus minus 1 by 2, because the formula is, sine formula is, we have sin square theta formula is 1 minus cos square 2 theta cos 2 theta divided by 2. Okay, same as that of cos, but there we get, here we get minus sign. Okay, by using this formula you can solve the problem. So this is the answer, and the final answer will be n divided by 2 minus of 1 by 2 sin n alpha divided by sin alpha. So in the place of cos you will get sin. Okay, the answer is Sn is equals to n divided by 2 minus 1 by 2 sin n alpha divided by sin alpha. So into, I will write here, into sin of n plus 1 alpha. So this is the answer. You try yourself. Thank you.